Hey guys, it's SRC Reptiles, and today we're going to be doing a little bit different of a video, only because I've been having a lot of people request videos about my horse cards that I used to collect, not only from Facebook, but also people posting on the old videos that I used to make of these. And I guess I'll say there's only a couple people from Facebook. It's mainly been off of YouTube, people commenting on videos and stuff like that. So I am going to do probably several separate videos because, as you can see, this binder is pretty thick, and all three of the binders that I have of these cards are about the same thickness. There's a lot of cards. So I've been collecting since I was probably like 12 or 13, I want to say. And when I started collecting, Ancient Lights had just come out, and Northern Lights had just gone away. Like, when I first discovered them way back at Walmart, I didn't have any way to make money except for working for my grandparents, like cleaning house and stuff, so I had to wait for a while, and I could have gotten cards back when Northern Lights was around, but instead I ended up getting what is the most saturated series out there aside from Native Lights. Native Lights and Ancient Lights are the most saturated, most common. It's obnoxious just how many there are. So here is the first 4 series you're going to see are all from Denmark. So these are the Danish versions that were kind of like the first series that came out over there. And then we started off with the first series, which was silver color, here in the United States. The only difference is we got a silver colored one, which was the first series, and then the second series was a gold colored one, and then it went straight to Northern Lights. As we're here, they had silver, and I believe then it was gold. Oh, I went too far. I believe it was, yeah, oh, okay. Yes, silver, gold, copper, and then wise warriors. Those were the ones that they started out with. I always have to think about it. I guess it makes sense since silver and gold are a little bit higher up, and then copper is more of the common mineral. I don't know if they meant to do that. I don't know. With some of these, I was only able to get the pictures and not the actual names, so I had to go and handwrite all those. I don't have a lot from the first series in Denmark, and the ones I do have are normally the more common artworks that you see from our first series, with a few here and there that are different, like these two here obviously did not appear in our first series, and then this one here and this one here. These two are the only other ones aside from those two on the front that I have that are actually different. And then I have a few extra pages for whenever I acquire some more. And hopefully that was a long enough look for you guys. I don't know. I'll go back over some of them again, just in case you want to see a little bit better. I don't want to take too long just because this folder is really thick, and there's a lot of cards to see. So, obviously I'll try to go a little bit slower so you guys can see them. And in this series, which is the gold series, I do not have a complete set. The copper series I have a complete set of, but not once it gets to like any energy cards or anything like that. So that is the last from the gold, and here is the copper, and as you can see, this is the checklist. I don't have any of the energy cards, which is down here, and I don't have the congrats card. I really like these checklists, and I'll put the link to these checklists in the comments, or not, well, actually, yes, I'll put them in the comments, and I'll also put them in the description. So this series has a lot of artwork that you see in the second series, but some of them are really dark, like it's a different shade of color, different opaqueness, I guess you want to say. It's definitely a lot darker, some of them are, in color. I really like the different horses and stuff that you get to see in this series that you wouldn't normally get to see. And for quite a long time I didn't know this series even existed, because obviously when you're collecting and you're a teenager, Facebook wasn't really a thing back when I was young, and like when it started coming around it still wasn't really that big. So this is Wise Warriors. And I don't know why, for the longest time, I didn't want to collect any from this series, because people, I can't remember who it was I heard from, were like, oh, well, I don't like that series, it's dark and it's, like, creepy and stuff. But it doesn't really make sense to me. There's only, like, maybe a couple that are kind of creepy, and it's not really that bad. Like, this one here, I don't know why people were all telling me that this one was, like, all like creepy and stuff. And then like this one here, yeah, it kind of, for a child, yes, it might be. I mean, for what kids have and collect now, no. It's pretty tame. But like, when I guess it came out in 2005, yeah, sure, I guess. I don't have any foils from this series, and I don't have the congrats card or the promo, none of the energies, just the regular series, and then I have just one sleeve. So this is the first series. This is obviously what was released in the United States. Even though I have all of these checked out, I accidentally filled those in as a kid when I was meaning to fill all of this one in. And then after I did this, I realized what I did, and I was like, I'm not going to print another one. I do need to print an updated version that has the pictures of all the cards, but for some reason the website I get those from does not have one for the first series. It's really weird. So anyway, this is the first series American version, and you will see some artwork, and these are just little foils that I made myself with holo paper. Or hollow stickers, I should say, that I got off of Etsy. I can put a link to in the description of that as well. I just took some of my favorite artwork that I liked from this series that they did not have foils in, and I just turned them into my own. I'm not going to show each one to you, but I do like how they look. So anyway, we'll continue with the rest of these cards. But anyway, as I was saying, like I said, this obviously is the first series. Now, what's interesting is some cards, like this one here, which is Shadow, you cannot see the horse at all. But if you go over to here, which is the one that I put my foil stuff on, you can see the horse. So it's interesting that some of the versions, whether you got like more around like the first printing versus like secondary prints and third-hand prints and stuff like that, the lighting would be different, and it's interesting that that's how that works. So anyway, these are star foils, and they're a little bit different than later on in the series, because I think second series was when they started introducing the more common foils before, but there is a mixture of the star foils in the second series. I don't know if they have a star foil for every single card and then a regular foil, I'm not really sure. And then we've got just the card styles. Now what I found interesting is the older packs versus the newer packs have different ink, which is interesting. Like, the saturation is different. So like you see above and below, which it's kind of hard to see, but some of them are darker or more vivid, like the one with Fiona over here on the very far right. The one down below is really bright red, but the one up above is a little bit darker, shows the mane a little bit better. So it's interesting. Anyway, here's the second series. This series has 97 cards. It has French promos as well as regular promos and a promo foil. And it's got a whole bunch of stuff. Now, these I just added because it does not have it on the website. So, if you want to know, there is French promos. And then, of course, with these, I also did the shiny cards with my favorite artworks and stuff like that. So, and if I had to guesstimate, I need to do a count, because I've done this in the past. I don't think I'll count the doubles that I turned into foils, but I can do a count on just the cards that I have without the doubles included. I know when I did it in the past, I had over 2,000 cards, and I've got quite a collection now since I did a count. So I definitely think I probably have close to 3,000 or 4,000 cards now within my 3 binders that I have. And then, of course, I will make a video in the future once I have all of my merchandise at my house, because where I left some stuff at my parents' house. Oh, now we're coming to the foils here, which I got distracted from talking. So these are some of the foils that we have, not made by me, of course. This one right here is not wanting to show up very well. It's more of the plain foil, as were the other ones that are star foils. But you can see this is when they started to introduce some more of the common foils that you see today, with a mixture of like star foils in there. So yeah, it's interesting how there is a mixture, and from here on out the star foils are pretty much gone. I don't think that they use the star foil design for any of the other series. Now, as you see, I am missing a couple, but I've almost got this one complete. So it's always a good feeling when you complete a series, because you can see I've got all the rest of the foils on this part. Some I do have in different languages. I don't know if you noticed, this one here is in Italian. I have some that are in German. I have some in French, and I swear there's one other, maybe Danish or something like that. But either way, I've got quite the variety, and then these ones here are all French, these cards here. And then I have 2 sets of these promos, so then I turned the other sets into the shiny cards. So apparently I think these actually do exist as foils, but they're extremely hard to get a hold of. And I have just this empty page just to collect these. So here's Northern Lights. We'll go ahead and look at that real quick. I'm pretty sure, aside from these jumbo cards, I have the entire series. Let me see. Oh yeah, no? Okay. I forget. Oh yeah, it shows here which ones are foils. I do have some foils that I don't have from this series. I forget sometimes that they have little boxes underneath the card that is for a common and a foil. Or an uncommon, I should say, and a foil or a rare or whatever, so. Have to say, if I had to pick a favorite series, which that's kind of hard, obviously I like Ancient Lights, which here's these foils. These ones kind of stand out a little bit better than when they started introducing this plainer type of foil in the second series, because you can see it is extremely easy to see them. As we're with the second series, it's a little bit harder to see. I think this one is a little bit different because it's more streaked versus just in the photo. Now, I never really cared for this one very much because it's only in the main. I know they wanted to do it to be like different or whatever, but just never really cared for that one very much. So here are my promos that I have. Sorry that their names are being covered by some of these. Okay, so now we're on Ancient Lights, and like I was saying with my favorite series, and also I do have the Dreamer card. I was very lucky to be able to finally acquire this after, seems like eons. This is my only series, I believe, that is complete. So I'll go through and show them to you. Not going to bother showing the ones that are doubles that I turned into foils that are, you know, common cards. I think the next series that I'm really close, actually might possibly be complete, is Native Lights. But like I said, they are the most saturated cards in the market. So they're the most common ones you can find. So here's my foils. A very nice, lovely page to look at. Because it's always nice to see an entire page of foils and it's all complete. It's just very pleasing to the eye. And then here we've got some of these, and I will say that there is also a series called Mythology, which I did not know about when I was younger, until I accidentally stumbled upon some. So here's my Pride and Joy, which I guess Generosity is also hard to find. So I'll show Generosity as well. And then we have these promos, which came with the toys, which I actually do have the toys as well. And then we've got just the pack art. And then here we have Mythology. I do not have the version that has all of the cards. I really would like to print it because I don't really care for this style. I always liked knowing what the cards looked like. It helped me to identify them when I am looking for them, like let's say on eBay or something, or if I'm in my group that I have on Facebook and I'm trying to see a card if someone's got it. It's easier to spot when I know what it looks like versus, you know, just kind of shooting in the dark kind of thing. So these were kind of like a Native Lights version with extra added to it because there's 110 cards in this series, and that's just the commons. I don't think that includes the foils because there is quite a few foils, I believe. But this series was released, if I remember correctly, in the UK, in France. I can't remember if I have... Okay, yes, in Italy, I thought so, and I think this one might possibly be German, I think. So, they were released in a whole bunch of countries, and then America didn't get it. They didn't get lucky enough to get it. So, here's a few of my foils that I have from this series, which I was very lucky to have gotten these, because I believe I got them from someone in France off of eBay, that was selling them for, I believe, like $5 or $6, which was super cheap. You see those now and they're like $20, $25. It's ridiculous. So here I have one version that's French, and then this version here is Italian. I like having different versions. I don't know why. It's just cool to see the different languages and stuff. And then here are my last two. And I bought all of these from the same person. And this one here, Nike, is probably my favorite one of the foil versions. Just because the colors of the foil specs really complement the color of the card. So as you can see, we're getting to the part now where we're just kind of seeing empty spots because obviously this is not complete. I will say though, I bought these promos from the same person up here, except this one I acquired myself. But these 7 promos I got from one person, and they actually sent like 2 of them to me for free just because I purchased the others. And I thought that was so cool, which you can see here, we've got them in the different language. So this is the last series of this binder. We're almost coming to an end. So down here I've got the promos that are for native lights. And I will say that some of these I kind of cheated. So in, I believe, France, they have a series that's set up a little bit different. So instead of there being promo cards, the promo cards are mixed into the series instead of them being considered promos. So over here they're a promo card, over there they're just a regular rare card. So it's extremely hard and very expensive to find the promo cards around here. So I kind of just cheated and I instead just bought rare cards from people that is the promo card here but a rare card there. So it does not say promo on it. And as you can see here also, what's interesting is the ones that have these firework versions are from the United States, and the ones that have these versions here are from Italy. So over there they have a different foil style than they do here in the United States. But anyway, like I was saying, I kind of cheated and got the rare version of them versus the promo because I wasn't about to spend a crap ton of money trying to compete with others on eBay to get the actual promos. And I just really wanted to complete the collection, and I didn't really care as long as I had that specific artwork. So here are some of the cards. This one took me forever to acquire. I'm still trying to find another one of these, just because this one is in such rough shape. And when I do find another one of this one, I'm giving this one away for free. So if that's something anyone would ever be interested on here when you're watching this video, if I still have it. So here are some of the foils that are for the promos. And these, of course, are not promo foils. They're just regular foils because, obviously, like I said, the cards are technically rare cards over in France, which I think this one is, yes, this one is from France, these ones. So this card here, for example, you'll see it has a square and it says 50 of 65, as where this one here says promo 10 of 11. So this one's an actual promo, even though this is promo art. In their country, it's not a promo, and it's not marked as such, so it's technically not a promo. So that's the only thing that sucks if you're really a stickler about that. And then this is the promo that they would have in French, or in France, I should say. This is their only promo card. As we're here in the United States, we have 11 promo cards, if I remember correctly, yes. And then you've got this one here, Kitawa, which is a promo exclusive or something like that that came in like these variety packs or something that they had. And then on the last we've got the pack arts. So anyway, oh yeah, I can't forget about these. I just love these because they're so pretty. The foils just show all the rainbow colors, and this one it really like makes it look pretty. My brain went dead, so the word I was thinking of, it's gone. But anyway, guys, that is the first binder. I tried to not make it too long because obviously there's a lot of cards. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed watching this. And if you guys also have videos of your card collection, I'd love to watch them. Because this is a series that needs to be brought back. They were going to be making a Foals series. And they even made concept cards that were promo cards to promote them, like in 2016 or something like that. And then they never ended up getting made. It was kind of sad. So, yeah, we need to make this a thing again. Bring back Bella Sara. There's so many of us in the group that I'm on Facebook, and I know there's a lot of us here on YouTube that would definitely appreciate this card series being brought back for younger generations, because obviously they have encouraging messages on them, but they're also beautiful cards, and there's not a lot of cards out there that are for girls and boys. Obviously, yes, mainly there would be some cards that would be very girly, but there are also cards like this one here that I feel like boys would also enjoy. Like, there's art styles for both. And so I really appreciate that, because when I was younger there was so many cards for boys, and this was the only series I could find that was mainly more appealing to me because I loved horses. And my brothers also enjoyed some of these cards. So it's like, let's bring them back, guys. Anyway, enough of my yammering. Thank you so much for watching. Like and subscribe if you'd like to support the channel. It always encourages me to make more videos. Thank you so much for watching, and have a good rest of your day.